Yo, what's good? Garage Talks. This is the pre-fight predictions. Today, tomorrow, we got Lamont Roach versus Gervonta Tank Davis. So this is just like my pre-prediction, what I think gonna happen. And the undercard. Honestly, the undercard is really where it's at. You know what I mean? I feel like the tank fights is kind of always what the tank fights gonna be, but this undercard gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna go and break it down what I think gonna happen, and then we gonna see what happened, and then we gonna talk about it after. You feel me? This first fight on the main card, the first fight is who gonna be Jared Hurd versus Johan Gonzalez. Now that's gonna be a good fight because Jared Hurd back then he used to be really a good fighter. And I ain't gonna. That's bad. That's bad to say. I ain't gonna say he used to be a good fighter. He's a good fighter, but recently he wasn't as sharp as he was his last couple fights, and he just kind of lost his touch. I don't know if this makes sense, but he kind of lost his chin. If it makes sense, just taking so much damage his last couple fights, he kind of shown that his chin wasn't as durable as it used to be. Jared Hurd's strengths though, even though he kind of don't have, I would say he doesn't have the best chin now. Well, he hasn't shown he has the best chin now. I would say that his career, he's known to being durable. He's known to being a pressure fighter, bringing that pressure. He's known to kind of having a good chin, which is kind of why it's like, where's his chin at now? Just because over his whole career, he's shown that he had a tough chin by using his chin a lot during his defense. So I kind of feel like, where's his chin at now? The weakness of Jared Hurd, I would say now, just kind of all goes back to what I was just saying about his strengths, and what he used was that he used his chin so much that now I feel like his weakness is we don't know if he's as durable as he used to be. His defense is kind of shaky. I would say he was pretty good at having his hands up back then, but I wouldn't say he had the best of defense. I would say he was usually more of just being a big 154 pounder, and he just could take whatever anybody was throwing at him. So he was almost a David Benavidez back then, but I would say David Benavidez got better defense. And he's super durable, So who would know what David Benavidez would be at later on? But that's my weakness for right now for Jared Hurd, for sure. Keys to victory for Jared Hurd would definitely be to start off and using his jab. I know he's not much of a jabber, but when he does use his jab, it's effective, just like any boxer. So I feel like if he uses jab a lot, he would definitely be effective. If he go to the body early, Johan Gonzalez, he's going to be fresh. He's going to be ready to work. The Hispanics in boxing typically don't get knocked out by headshots. That's not what's going to happen. Johan's coming to hurt. Gonzalez is coming to win. So I say he got to go to the body early. He got to slow him down, go to the body, use your jab, keep your hands up, So those are kind of like the keys of victory for me for Jared Hurd. Johan Gonzalez, I don't know if too many people know a lot about him. He's 34-0. I think he got like 31 knockouts. So he's a big puncher, obviously. He kind of telegraphs his punches sometimes, but he's a big puncher. He knocks out everybody, as you can see. 31 knockouts out of 34 wins. So he's coming to win. He's coming, and that's what's gonna make that fight actually good, because Jared Hurd gonna take punches. He's gonna take punishment, and Gonzalez is gonna give him, because he's coming confident that he gonna knock you out, because he's knocked almost everybody out he fought. You know what I mean? He only didn't knock out like 3 people. You know what I mean? So he's gonna come confident that he's gonna knock Jared Hurd out. You know what I mean? So I think that's gonna make that a good fight, and that's some stuff that's gonna it's gonna be interesting. It's his weaknesses, Gonzalez's weaknesses, I say, is that he can be outboxed. He typically depends on that knockout. I wouldn't say he got the best feet. I wouldn't say he got the best, like, as far as like quick or sharp punching power. I wouldn't say like his skills. I wouldn't call them necessarily slick. So a boxer who comes in and comes ready to outbox him, I feel like would be a great fighter. So, which will make it kind of tough. I mean, I don't want to say that Jarrett Hurd's not a good boxer. I don't want to say he can't outbox him. I think he could, but I think that Jarrett Hurd will have to outbox him in his own way by using the jab, by being smart in the inside and going to the body. By doing that, by outboxing Gonzalez that way, and not allowing Gonzalez to land his hard knockout punches, that'll be the way that I feel he can win, which is catering to Gonzalez's weaknesses. Gonzalez keys to victory for me, I feel like he gonna have to start off fast in the beginning. Jarrett Hurd kind of can be slow in the beginning, be cold in the beginning. That's usually where a lot of his other opponents caught him early and shake them up and stuff. So you feel me? If Gonzalez kind of try to catch him early before Hurd start warming up, I think that'll give him the chance to win. You know what I'm saying? So he got to start off early, trying to get the knockout right away. Don't let him get too late in the fight, and then he gonna have to let off a lot of more punches. He's gonna have to let his punches go, let his jabs go, and just start off early. Later on in the rounds, I don't know if Gonzalez is gonna have the gas to finish the fight. So that'll be interesting to see whose confidence and whose nutrition is going to win in that fight. Plus, Jarrett Hurd got the experience. You know what I mean? Gonzalez got a lot of fights, so he do got experience, but he don't got experience at the level that Jarrett Hurd does. Jarrett Hurd's already a champion before at 154. He done fought the best. He done been through challenges against the best, so he got the experience for sure. So that's gonna make it an interesting fight. The next fight is gonna be J-Rock, Julius Williams versus the young guy. What's his name? Johannes Tellez. He's a young prospect. I don't know too much about him. Honestly, he's 6-0, 5 knockouts. So he got some power. He's young. He's athletic. I don't know too much about him, so this just speaking off of what I know about J-Rock, and I just say that I feel like that's kind of a disrespect to J-Rock. Either it's disrespect to J-Rock, or this young kid is finna just amaze me. You know what I mean? I gotta do my research on him. I call myself a boxer, and I don't know too much about him. He's a young prospect, but for him to be at this level already and fighting J-Rock right now, J-Rock has had his downs. Where's J-Rock at? Hold on. J-Rock is 28-4, but anybody who know J-Rock is one of the setting stones in boxing for sure. So the fact that he get to fight him now, either they saying that J-Rock is already gonna be a gatekeeper now, and anywhere I go, they kind of giving J-Rock the gatekeeper position for sure. But if they saying this kid already at the gate, then that's what's gonna make this an interesting fight. But I know J-Rock don't play. You know what I mean? He want to be a champion again. He ain't had his downs. So I think this is gonna be an interesting fight for sure. The strengths for the young kid, the young prospect, I say that he got explosive power. Seeing that he already got 5 knockouts in his 6 fights, so he's got explosive power. He got quick hands. So he's going to have to let his hands go a lot. He's going to have to be quick, be smart, use the ability that he's young and confident. Use that to his advantage. What I say his weaknesses though is going to be that he's just inexperienced. He only got 6 fights, man. Like 6 fights is crazy. To be fighting J-Rock on this big event, on the Tank pay-per-view event, that's a lot. That's a lot for people who got a lot more fights than 6. 6 fights ain't nothing, man. The pros. You know what I mean? Yeah, he got 5 knockouts. Them could have been a bunch of nobodies. He could have fought 6 people locally in this neighborhood somewhere. You know what I mean? And now he got this opportunity, which it's a blessing he got this. Which, it say he got prospect of the year, so he obviously haven't fought no bums. He's obviously fought some great people, but still, that's not enough experience to be fighting somebody like J-Rock on this event like this. And then when you watch, because he's so inexperienced, you can see a lot of his punches. I don't expect somebody like J-Rock to get hit by somebody like him now, and getting hurt. That's gonna be surprising to me. Don't get me wrong. I know we've seen J Rock chin being a little chinny at times against certain fighters, but them fighters that he fought that he was chinny was very top dog. You know what I mean? Like he didn't get shooken up by nobody. You know what I mean? So I don't. That's going. We're gonna find out. So for J Rock, what I'm gonna say is his strengths is that he's very experienced. He's a vet. You know what I mean? He's like past having experience. He's literally a vet in the game. He done been in the ring with everybody from sparring, training, best trainers, best camps. Fights, best fights. He's been a world champ already. He's shifty. He's smart. You know what I mean? He has great boxing IQ. He know how to adapt in the ring, and his inside game is crazy. So that's gonna make it a tough night for this young kid. That's kind of all I really got for him right now as far as for strengths. But man, them strengths right there, cause he experienced. He's gonna be able to do whatever. He rugged. He ain't scared of getting shooky. And the thing that a lot of people don't got, this young kid gonna come in here and he gonna hit. He might. Let's just say he catch J Rock with something. What this young kid ain't used to is catching somebody, hurting them, trying to finish them, and still it don't work out. That's when he gonna be like, oh, see, y'all ain't used to that yet. You ain't used to ever hitting somebody, wow, and then you see like, oh, he shook, his legs gone, he dazed, and then you pop, letting your last breath out, because these last couple punches is finna get it done, and then it don't get it done, and now you just as wobbly as him. And now he ready to kill you. Like you, man, that's so for the kid to have to go through that, that's what I want to see. Because J Rock gonna get that to him like 3-4 times in the fight. I promise you. No matter how many times you rock J Rock, he is finna fight. You know what I mean? He a dog. So, that's gonna be interesting. Keys to victory for J Rock, I say, is to get in the inside, make the fight aggressive, make it an inside fight. That's when J Rock do his best. He's smart in the inside. He's calm in the inside. He let his punches go. He got good defense. His IQ is moving. His reflexes is smooth in the inside. So getting that fight to the inside, I feel like it's gonna work perfect for him. Not getting too over himself. Anytime he's got hurt, I felt like he was doing too much. He was going too hard. He was trying to overextend himself, and he got caught. So if he stays his own tempo, fight his fight, find his times to work, find his times to get back in his defense mode, I think that'll make the fight interesting for himself, and he'll get that win. I got him winning, honestly. I don't know. I don't know if I got him winning, man. I ain't gonna lie, because boxing is all about propaganda, man. He looked like he's serious and he's ready. And I ain't saying he's not. I ain't saying he ain't trained hard. I ain't saying he took it serious. But at the same time, Father Time never lose. We got this young kid. He's a prospect. You know what I mean? He's only 6-0, and they got him fighting because he's ready. So Father Time never. It's gonna tell the truth in the ring. No matter how much training he done did, we're going to see where it's at. We're going to see if his IQ and his vet skills going to get him that W or not. But that's what's going to make it tough. But I want him to win. How about that? I want J Rock to win because that's one of my fighters to bet. Honestly, if I had to bet, I'd say the young guy. Let me get his name. Hold on. Giannis Tellez. I hope I'm saying it right. Giannis Tellez. I think he gonna get the win though, just because it's kind of set up for him. It's kind of how that work, Alberto Puello versus Sandor Martin. This is a fight that maybe not too many people know these names, but it's gonna be an interesting fight. Alberto, he's a good slick fighter. He know how to fight at any range. He's very adaptable. I feel like his defense is kind of underrated. But I think he's like a real good solid fighter, man. He do what he needs to get the job done for sure. So I think I think he might do what he need to do. But we'll see. Cause I feel like he lets his hand go a lot more though, and that's the thing. That's what's gonna be. He's gonna need against Martin because Martin is more of a counter puncher. You know what I'm saying? And so Martin is really gonna kind of sit there and not throw so many punches. You know what I mean? So if Alberto let his hands go, it'll work out in his favor in my eyes. You know what I mean? So like I was saying, my strengths for Alberto, I feel like he's a great adapter. I feel like he can fight at any range. He can move inside out, move around, back foot. His defense is pretty good to me. He's a skilled boxer. I wouldn't say he has like the biggest power, but skilled boxer for sure. The weaknesses about Alberto, to me, I feel like he can be too adaptive, if that makes sense. He don't know how to draw that line. Sometimes you can be so adaptive that in one moment it look like you are controlling the fight, and then one moment it looks like you're actually getting bullied around. And I feel like at times Alberto looks like he's getting bullied around, and that might cost him rounds. You know what I mean? Because he's so good on his back foot. He's so good at moving forward, backwards, side to side that he can allow his opponent to kind of dictate how the fight goes so much, and he's so comfortable at any range, at moving any way, that in his head and his mind, he's not losing when the judges or to anybody else's eye, he's losing each round. So to me, that's kind of one of his weaknesses for sure. He's going to have to make sure he don't allow his opponent to dictate the fight, and not get so comfortable being on his back foot or just moving off the jab and not necessarily throwing harder punches, And that's another weakness that I think he has. He don't got that power like that. He's a great boxer, but I think he lacks power. I feel like he don't got the punch that really gain that respect that you can hurt somebody. Keys for victory for Alberto, I feel like if he stay on the jab consistently, stay in the center of the ring, don't let himself get to the ropes, don't let his back get to the ropes. He dictate the pace more. Like I say, he starts to go in the rhythm of allowing his opponents to dictate the pace. So if he can break those rhythms a lot, because I know that's something that you can't just do in one camp completely. So he's going to consistently still be in that flow of adapting, but breaking that pace more out each round to show that you're dictating the pace more, so the judge can look at you and give you that round more. You know what I mean? So if he keep his jab up, stay in the center of the ring more, and dictate the pace more, I think those are great key victories for him to win. And if you go to the body early, you got to go to that body early. Slow Martin down. Martin's a counter puncher. He's going to be looking to counter. So while he's looking for counter in the beginning, let your hands go, hit that body early. Beat that body up so you slow him down. He's already slow. I ain't going to say slow, but he already doesn't throw a lot of volume. So if you already go to the body even more early, the low volume that he already does is going to go even lower. So those are the keys to victory for me, for Alberto. Sandor Martin, 41-3, 14 knockouts. It sounds like he got a lot of experience, which he does. I'm not gonna say he sounds like he got a lot of experience, but he only got 14 knockouts, so he's obviously not a knockout puncher. He don't got the knockout power, but he's a southpaw. He's very slick, counter puncher. So he's gonna be slick. He's gonna work. Southpaws as is. I'm a southpaw, so I know how it is being a southpaw. Naturally, people don't like fighting southpaws, so that's gonna be interesting right there. Nobody want to fight a southpaw for some reason. Every time I spar, it's always like, oh, I don't gotta fight no southpaw, so I'm not So I already know just the fact that you a southpaw is gonna make it tough for people for some reason, which I feel like it don't matter. I fight orthodox fighters, I fight southpaw fighters. I feel like, to me, it's just all about skills. The more skills and knowledge you have, and you train them, the more that allows you to have more tools in your bag. So if you got more tools in your bag, it don't matter what tool I use. You know what I mean? For me personally, maybe for other people, they only have one tool they like to use. You only know how to use your hammer, so you don't want to use nothing else in your bag. But I know how to use every tool in my bag. So as long as I get to pull that bag out, I don't care which tool I'm pulling out. You know what I mean? So rather it's a southpaw or orthodox, you should be able to pull whatever tool you need to out your bag. But Martin being a southpaw, it's gonna be trouble for Alberto unless he's had some southpaws in his camp or something, which I'm pretty sure he had. But it's all about what people do with southpaws. But yeah, he's slick, southpaw, counter puncher. He don't throw a lot of punches, which is what's gonna be scary for me because he don't throw a lot of punches, and you don't hit hard. That makes it tough. I feel like Martin's keys to victory, he's gonna have to be active. I would say I don't necessarily see him do it a lot, but this is just something that I've seen / learned through my own boxing experience with having my coach. If he was to do a lot more feigning, do a lot of feigning, feinting. If you're not gonna throw a lot of punches, he don't throw a lot of punches. I wish he would throw punches, but he's not gonna throw punches. So add feints so that you can get a Abreu to throw so that you can counter, which is what you like to do. Get your counter punches off, go to the body, dictate the pace, and those would be your keys to victory to win, honestly. And then this co-main event, man, is actually gonna be this fight right here gonna be exciting. Jose Valenzuela versus Gary Russell. Them two guys I've watched myself for sure. Watch both of them fighting, and man, this is gonna be an exciting fight. And I honestly don't know who. I mean, personally, I I believe Gary Russell gonna win. He took a loss not so long ago, and I feel like I see why he lost. I understand why, but I know the type of brothers he got and the type of team he got. I'm pretty sure he went and fixed that and got that together. Venezuela is a dog. He just beat Pitbull, so I feel like Gary Russell trying to be an aggressive move so hard and fast at him ain't gonna really scare him, and that's what's gonna make this a dope fight. You know what I mean? Because neither one of them gonna be scared to fight, no matter what styles. Usually that style may fight stuff, but Venezuela showed that he's not scared of a pit bull. He's not scared of an aggressive come forward. He's not scared of someone who's gonna throw volume punches. So he's ready for it all, which is a test for both of them now. So this is the fight they both need. Being Gary Russell lost not too long ago, I know this is going to be a fight he really want bad. So it's going to be dope to see. Strengths for Jose Valenzuela, I feel like he's fast. He got good combinations. He know how to handle them dogs. Like I say, he fought Pitbull, so he got the experience with somebody who's fast, quick, and move at you. He know how to handle that. He go to the body good, which is going to make it tough for Gary Russell. For his weaknesses, at the same time, even though he's fought and he's gained experience with like Pitbull, he's also shown that he can struggle with people who brings a lot of volume punching to him. So yeah, he has the experience, but will that experience help him? We don't know. That's something I want to see. But for right now, I'm going to say that's his weakness, is that he struggles with a lot of volume punching. Another thing about him is that he's very reckless sometimes. So as long as he can stay not so reckless and keep himself together, I think that'll help him out a lot. Keeping his punches tight, letting his hands go, controlling the fight, and not being reckless is definitely is what he would need to do for sure. But those are some of his weaknesses at times for sure, though. Man, Gary Russell, a lot of his strengths. I mean, he's an explosive fighter. Every punch he throws is gonna be with ill intent. You know what I mean? He coming to her with air punch. He got the craziest conditioning. You know what I mean? Because of the way his family and them train. He coming conditioned. You know what I mean? His work rate in the ring is crazy from round one to the last bell. You know what I mean? Most fighters fighting, they pace themselves out. You know what I mean? I ain't seen the fight he paced himself yet. From round one, he finna let his hands go. To the end of the fight, he finna let his hands go. You know what I mean? So he's coming. He ain't playing, and he's smart though. Like, he crazy. His fight is insane, but he's smart. He know what he's doing. It's very smart, intelligent pressure. Gary Russell weaknesses. he never fought past seven rounds, so he's not proven himself yet. You know what I mean? Can he last in the later rounds? You know what I mean? So that's something that I want to see. Will he be able to last in those later rounds and still be the same him? Even though we've seen that he can be the same him in every round from beginning to end, but at the same time, he haven't gone far yet. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting to see how far these rounds is gonna make it and how aggressive he's gonna be with somebody like Jose Venezuela. And another thing is gonna be that he can be aggressive, and he could be a little aggressive that he could be reckless that he leave himself open. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be times that Jose Venezuela can capitalize on that, and that's when we might have to see what his chin is about. You know, so that's a weakness for sure, but. That's something we'll see. You know, what Jose Venezuela gonna do with that? Is he gonna be able to capitalize on that and hit that chin or not? Keys to victory for Gary Russell. I feel like he gonna have to set the pace early, control the fight, be smart in the pocket. Don't get hit with nothing big. Stay defensively ready. You know what I mean? Let his hands go and fight. You know what I mean? Don't get caught with nothing. Stay smart. All right. And then the main event, y'all. The main event. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach Jr. Honestly, I got a bunch of strengths and weaknesses and keys to victories for both of them. And I'm going to go and let it out there and let y'all know. But I'll be honest. I'm kind of at this point with Tank where it's like, everybody he fight is definitely good. Don't get me wrong. Me being a fighter, I understand all this. Like, for example, Lamont Roach, man, great fighter. I think Lamont Roach finna come out here and show his ass. I think he finna come out here and show you that he, you know what I mean, belong to be in the ring for sure. That he got the skills, all that. Because he's shown that already. He's fought other elite fighters and shown that he can fight very well. You know what I mean? Even against Jamel Herring, even though he lost, he's shown he can fight. You know what I mean? So I ain't taking it from him. But it's levels, and Tank, I don't want to say he picking, because I'm a fan of Tank. I'm going to say that sometimes this is how it go. Because I understand why Roach. Y'all from the same area. I'm pretty sure y'all finna sell out. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure y'all finna sell out. So it all makes sense. But I just don't feel like Roach is at that level. I feel like he's going to come in, he's going to do what he's supposed to do. He's going to show he got the skills. He's going to show that he's cold, you know what I mean? Give him rounds 1 to 4. I say by 5, 6, Tank going to start seeing something. Even if he don't show us. Right, he might show us or he don't show us. He going to see something by 7, 8. I give him no later than 9. Fight going to be over. Tank win. Rather he knock him out or he make him quit or whatever. I feel like the way that somebody like a Roach, and it's just off the top of the head, I don't think Roach would get knocked out. I don't think Roach would go down the way Frank Martin would down. I think Roach might go down by a body shot. Honestly, that's just my prediction. I feel like somebody like him, Tank is gonna make him hurt, and because they two people that's prideful, that I don't think that I feel like Roach got too much experience to go out the way that Frank Martin went out. So I feel like he's not going to get caught with a knockout shot the way Frank Martin got caught out with a knockout shot. I think that he's more experienced than that. But I don't think he's on the level of Tank. So Tank is going to hurt him so much, and he's going to break him down mentally and physically in the ring. You know, all that looking and sounding tough outside the ring and weigh in and everything is different. Then once they in the ring and punches are being thrown, now you're going to be physically, psychologically, you know what I mean, being broken down. And then I feel like he's going to give up. It ain't going to be on the stool. It ain't going to be his coaches. He going to get hit with a body shot that he's going to either blame or might do really hurt him. And he going to use that body shot. That's just what I think. Maybe it's not. We'll know after the fight and we'll be back here to talk about it. But that's just what I'm saying now. But it's going to be an explosive fight, man. Because what I will say is Jamel, my fault. What I will say is Lamont Roach got experience. He's fought a number of people from Jamel Herring to I'm mad I can't think of the Hispanic guy, or maybe he's Puerto Rican, my bad. But Tank fought him too. Tank fought him. They both fought him. They both got him out of there. So, they both got good hands. They both got good speed. Lamont Roach got good speed. Tank got good speed. I just think that Tank don't need to be fighting nobody else no more unless it's the top division. I mean, honestly, Devin Haney would be a good fight, but I think Devin Haney just ain't got the numbers. Me personally, that ain't really a fight that I'm thirsty to see. I don't know why. I just feel like Haney ain't necessarily proved for me. I feel like he ain't proved fight-wise, even though he's a great fighter. I just feel like he ain't proved fight-wise, maturity-wise, chin-wise, popularity-wise. I mean, it's just the number goes on to things that I feel like he hasn't proven just yet, to fight somebody like Tank. Now, I feel like somebody like a Teofimo, Shakur, Loma, those are the ones I feel like I want to see team. If I could pick a fight for sure, I'd love to see Tank and Shakur Stevenson. But honestly, I'm not mad at how it's playing out because they're young. I just feel like Tank can't retire until he fight Shakur Stevenson. That's what I believe. I feel like he can't retire yet until he fight him. But I'm not mad at the way they're building it up because that's how boxing kind of just go. You know what I mean? Just like the Bud Crawford and Errol fight. You know what I mean? Everybody wanted them to fight so bad, but it wouldn't have made history the way it made history had they fought back when Errol only had one belt. You know what I mean? Or when Errol only had two belts. You know what I mean? Had the outcome still been the same, Crawford would have beat him then, and it would have been no more Errol, like how it kind of is now. Don't want to say it like that, but that's just the truth. And then that would have been that. It wouldn't have been no more spark of that. You know what I mean? So the fact that Errol kept fighting other belt holders and started getting his stock up, and Crawford was doing the same thing. Even though he only had one belt, he was still getting his stock up. You know what I mean? Still talking so that they stock can get to the highest. As long as I feel like we've learned from the Mayweather and Pacquiao era in them, as long as we don't do what they do, which is wait too long till we get old. Now, don't wait too long, but you know what I mean? Build both of them up, and then, let it be the last fight of both of y'all fought and beating everybody else. It's only y'all, too. You know what I mean? Because at that point, when it was Crawford and Errol, it was nobody else I wanted to see. Even after that, that's why Bud went up. Who else did we want to see him fight? Nobody else. They both beat everybody else now. It's just them two, and now they beat each other, and now that's done. We don't even want to, that chapter's over. You know what I mean? So if Tank and Shakur do it like that, I ain't mad at it. But I don't want to see it no other way. And I mean, Teofimo is still low key in that loop for me. I feel like he a little crazy. I don't know what's up with Teo, but he wouldn't be a bad fight. He'd be an exciting person to see during the build up. You know what I mean? He'd be an exciting person, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like let's throw Keyshawn Davis up there. I know he's a little young and inexperienced in the pro world, but he been around them for too long. At this point, he got it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's kind of what I got for right now, y'all. I'm gonna get back with y'all after the fight, and we'll do a post fight, and we'll talk about what actually went down, and we'll see where everybody at and what happened. Appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If y'all like any of this, what I be talking about from the boxing, from the Garage Talks podcast episodes when we having real talk and real conversation, giving out real game and wisdom from other people's experiences in life, through love and laughter. You know what I mean? Subscribe, share it. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers this year in 2025. You know, that's going to be one of the goals. Going to be keep trying to update everything, keep trying to get as many people on the podcast, keep upgrading. So please jump on, support. Let's build a community, y'all. That's all I got. Peace.